ancient Hindu scriptures encapsulate the very essence of why we have gathered here today to shape a world where prosperity, protection, and justice are not just privileges, but rights accessible to every individual. Today, we proudly host the first regional dialogue on social justice under the Global Coalition for Social Justice, coinciding with the 74th Foundation Day of the Employees State Insurance Corporation. Now, both these occasions are deeply interconnected and, in fact, are two sides of the same coin. Social security, as provided by ESIC, is not just a service, it is the foundation upon which millions of workers build their livelihoods. And for 74 years, ESIC has safeguarded the workforce of India, ensuring healthcare, financial stability, and dignity in times of need. Social justice, as championed by the Global Coalition for Social Justice, expands this vision beyond borders, calling for a world where every worker, every enterprise, and every economy thrives with fairness, equity, and opportunity. We stand at a very unique moment in time. India, a proud member of the Global Coalition's coordinating group, is leading the charge in hosting this first ever regional dialogue. We are indeed honored with our esteemed dignitaries gracing this occasion, ladies and gentlemen. And today is a day of transformative action. We will witness thought-provoking discussions showcasing India's progress and global best practices. We will celebrate the strengthening of the Global Coalition as more workers and employers' organizations and enterprises pledge their commitment to social justice. We will also launch groundbreaking initiatives, including the eShram mobile app, ensuring the delivery of benefits to those who need them the most. And we will honor the legacy of ESIC, which has revolutionized worker welfare in India, and unveil further plans that will impact millions more. So this is not just a dialogue, it is a call to action, it is a commitment to making social security and social justice a lived reality. Ladies and gentlemen, as we set the stage for this landmark event, let us remind ourselves, justice is not given, it is built. Protection is not a privilege, it is a promise. And today we take one step closer to a world where dignity, security, and fairness belong to all. Let the first regional dialogue on social justice and the 74th Foundation Day of ESIC begin. Ladies and gentlemen, Tamso Ma Jyotirgamay, which translates to lead us from darkness to light. Honorable dignitaries, esteemed guests, and distinguished participants, as we embark on this historic event, we begin with a sacred tradition, the lighting of the Panchadeep. With this, I would now like to request the Honorable Minister to please lead us, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, and the esteemed dignitaries to please join him for the lighting of the Panchadeep. And ladies and gentlemen, Panchadeep symbolizes the 5 fundamental elements of life: earth, water, fire, air, and space, which together sustain all existence, and also represents the 5 major benefits of the ESIC scheme: medical, sickness, maternity, disablement, and dependent benefits. And if you see on the sides of the screens, ladies and gentlemen, you will see the ESIC logo carrying the Panchadeep. And now we request the honorable dignitaries to please join us on the days. Ladies and gentlemen, Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyam Dhana Sampada Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute, which translates to, we pray to you, O light, the giver of abundance, prosperity, joy, and good health and the destroy.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais, esteemed representatives from the governments, international organizations, representatives of the workers and employer organizations, social partners, distinguished guests, and esteemed colleagues. Good morning and a warm welcome to this regional dialogue on social justice and the 74th Foundation Day of Employees State Insurance Corporation. It is indeed an honor to stand here today and welcome you all at the start of this two-day journey of the crucial discussions, collaborations, and commitment towards advancing social justice in our region and beyond. Social justice is far more than just a word. It is a profound concept, and it is rooted in the idea of fairness, equity, ethics, which strives to create a society where everyone's rights are respected and their needs are met, ensuring that all individuals can participate fully and equally in the society. Social justice is not just about individual actions or choices, but also about transforming social structures and policies to promote equity. The Global Coalition for Social Justice is a remarkable initiative which is aimed at intensifying the collective efforts to advance social justice and to accelerate the implementation of sustainable development goals and decent work agenda. Launched in 2023 under the auspices of International Labour Organization, the coalition is a collaborative platform for governments, employers and workers associations, international and regional organizations, financial institutions, enterprises, international non-government organizations, academia, committed to promote social justice and engaging in collaborative effort to achieve our shared objective. The coalition leverages partnership among stakeholders to amplify the unique strength of each participant comprehensively and coherently addressing the social justice challenges. The coalition considers social justice not just as a labor issue, but a fundamental pillar of sustainable development. As a member of coordinating group of coalition from Asia Pacific, India is spearheading the first regional dialogue under Global Coalition for Social Justice by bringing together all key stakeholders to exchange best practices and drive impactful initiatives. It is our privilege that our Honorable Minister, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, is chairing this dialogue, and Director General of ILO, Mr. Gilbert Wangbo, is participating in this event as a keynote speaker. Over the next 2 days, we will focus on critical thematic areas such as expanding access to productive and freely chosen employment, sustainable enterprises, particularly for youth and women, and providing protection by building resilience, ensuring universal social security, strengthening safeguards for informal and vulnerable. Special milestone, the 74th Foundation Day of ESIC. Since its inception, ESIC has been a pillar of social security in India, safeguarding the well-being of millions of insured persons and their families. This occasion allows us to reflect on ESIC's journey and its continuous evaluation in developing a framework towards comprehensive social protection. Today, on this auspicious occasion, let us resolve to take the pioneer organization to even a greater success towards securing healthcare and social protection for our workforce. I am confident that this gathering will foster meaningful dialogue and actionable outcomes. Through this platform, let us reaffirm our dedication to social justice, fair work opportunities, and a future where no one is left behind. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for establishing the context for these 2 days of the summit. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to invite Shri Hiranmay Pandya, President of Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh, for his address. Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh, as we all know, is India's largest trade union organization dedicated to protecting workers' rights. Let's extend a round of applause and welcome Shri Hiranmay Pandya.
Namaskar. Good morning to all. Thank you very much for inviting me to this. Start with addressing the Honorable Director General of ILO, Mr. Gilbert, Honorable Cabinet Union Ministers of Government of India, Sri Mansukh Bhai Mandaviya ji, Honorable Minister of States, Madam, Honorable Secretary of MOLE, the Confederation of Indian Industries representatives, Federations of India's representatives, respected social partners, respected our workers' organizations, and distinguished guests. I, from my side and my organization, once again welcome Brother Gilbert, welcome to India. It's a great privilege to welcome you all on behalf of the Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh and Indian Labour Movement to this important gathering, the regional dialogue on social justice under the Global Coalitions for Social Justice. This occasion is even more significant as it coincides with the 74th Foundation Day of the Employees State Insurance Corporation, a milestone in India's journey for ensuring comprehensive social for millions of workers and their families. I extend my sincere appreciation to the Ministry of Labour and Employment, ESIC, CII, and EFI for bringing us together and this dialogue, which seeks to advance the cause of social justice in the world of work. The Global Coalition for Social Justice, launched under the leadership of ILO, is a timely and much-needed initiative that brings together governments, workers, and employers' organizations, the financial institutions, and civil society to address the present challenges of inequality, informalization, and changing labor market dynamics. The coalition has already brought together over 335 partners and including the 89 governments in a shared commitment to advancing social justice globally. India has always been a strong proponent of social justice, and I am pleased to share that the Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh will be formally joining the Global Coalition for Social Justice later today. We do so with a firm resolve to contribute meaningfully to this mission, ensuring that the principles of equity, dignity, and fairness remain central to global and natural labor policies. And there are four main points that we must keep in mind as we discuss this. First, expanding the access of productive and freely chosen employment must be at the heart of our efforts. Workers, especially youth and women, and need skills, sustainable enterprises, and fair opportunities to thrive in the rapidly changing world of work. Second, social security must be extended to all, strengthening protections for informal workers, ensuring universal health coverage also. In shaping inclusive and sustainable economy is a third, responsible business conduct. India has already introduced guidelines on responsible business conduct, and sector-specific guidelines are being developed. With BMS actively supporting this initiative, business must not only focus on profit but also take responsibility for upholding fair wages, safe working conditions, and ethical labor practices. Fourth, we must reinforce the role of social dialogue and tripartitism. Meaningful collaborations between workers, employers, and governments is necessary to navigate labor market transitions and create policies that balance economic growth with workers' welfare. India has always placed a strong emphasis on worker welfare and social justice. The recent labor law reforms reflects a commitment to the balancing economic development with workers' rights, ensuring formalization, fair wages, and improved working conditions. However, the nature of work is evolving, with digitization, automation, and platform-based employment reshaping the landscape. It is imperative that we harness the potential of technological advancement like artificial intelligence, which is going to come in any way, ensuring that workers are not left behind but are equipped with the skills to adapt this newly technology. This dialogue, I am sure, offers an invaluable opportunity to share experiences, develop actionable strategies, and strengthen cooperation in pursuit of the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 8 on decent work and economic growth, and SDG 10 on reduced inequality. Social justice is not just an objective, it is a collective duty The strength of our communities and societies depends on how well we protect, and today, including the ILO industry leaders, government representatives, and workers' organizations, reflects the shared commitment to ensuring that economic progress and social justice go hand in hand. As the Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh takes the step of joining the global coalition for social justice today, we do so with the optimism and determination. We look forward to contributing to this global platform and ensuring that the voices of Indian workers are part of the global discourse on labor rights, equity, and sustainable development. Let us use this opportunity to forgo new partnership, strengthen existing commitments, and work towards a future where fairness, inclusive, and dignity define in the world of work. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to all of you and wish this regional dialogue a great success with the inclusion of the Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh and other trade unions over here. Thank you very much.
We thank you very much, sir, for your address. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I take the privilege of now inviting Mr. Sahil Dharia, the Vice Chairman of CI Western UP and Founder and Chief Executive of Sooth Healthcare. With over 18 years of global experience in financial services and FMCG, Mr. Dharia has played a key role in scaling and leading multinational businesses. Let's welcome Mr. Dharia with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to our esteemed guests, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, Honorable Minister for Labour and Employment and Youth Affairs, Government of India, Mr. Hilbert Hongbo, Director General, International Labour Organization, Ms. Shobha Karandlaje, Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Ms. Sumitra Davra, Secretary, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Mr. Ashok Kumar Singh, Director General, ESIC, Ms. Arindam Bagchi, Ambassador and Permanent Representative of India to the UN and other international organizations in Geneva, and Mr. Hiranmaya Pandya, President, Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh. Welcome to all. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues and partners, it's an honor to address this gathering today as we discuss a critical global priority, social justice. As mentioned, the Global Coalition for Social Justice, launched in 2023, is a groundbreaking initiative aimed at strengthening collective efforts to address social justice challenges and accelerate progress on the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. With over 335 partners, including 89 governments and still counting, this coalition brings together governments, businesses, financial institutions, academia, and civil society to drive real, on-the-ground impact for a more just, equitable, and inclusive world. At its core, the coalition promotes decent work, fair wages, social protection, and responsible business conduct as key pillars of sustainable and inclusive societies. India is proud to be working at the forefront of this global movement. This initiative will unite governments, businesses, international organizations, and social partners to advance two key priorities. One, expanding access to productive and freely chosen employment and sustainable enterprises. And second, strengthening protection and resilience through social security coverage. A key focus area of this dialogue is responsible business conduct, RBC, which underpins all aspects of social justice. India has consistently demonstrated leadership in promoting sustainability, fairness, ethical governance through progressive policies and business practices. RBC requires inclusive financial systems that support ESG-aligned businesses, particularly SMEs, MSMEs. Governments and financial institutions must promote green financing, sustainability-linked bonds, and impact investing to help enterprises integrate responsible practices into operations and day-to-day life, ensuring a long-term value creation while advancing social and environmental goals. By co-developing sector-specific guidelines, mentioned before, incentives for sustainability, and impact-driven policies, we can create inclusive economic models where business success aligns with social progress, environmental resilience, and equitable opportunities for all. The private sector here plays a transformational role in advancing social justice. While businesses drive economic growth, job creation, and innovation, they must also ensure that growth is inclusive, equitable, sustainable. Key RBC milestones achieved by Indian businesses include: many companies have strengthened supplier codes of conduct, ensuring fair wages, safe working conditions, labor rights compliance across supply chains. Corporate initiatives promoting equal pay, leadership representation for women, and family-friendly policies have made workplaces more diverse and equitable. Indian businesses are increasingly aligning with global reporting frameworks like the GRI, TCFD, and India's business responsibility and sustainability reporting to ensure transparency and accountability. Investments in AI-driven skill development, vocational training, upskilling programs are empowering youth and marginalized communities to participate in the digital economy. Businesses are collaborating with the government to extend social security, health benefits, and pensions to workers in both formal and informal sectors. Green job creation, circular economy, and responsible investment strategies are driving India's transition toward a more sustainable economic model. While progress is commendable, we must recognize that social justice is not just a policy or a compliance requirement. It's a fundamental responsibility. The Confederation of Indian Industry and its partners remain committed to fostering policies that promote inclusive growth, ethical supply chains, and sustainability-driven enterprises. By advocating policies that nurture responsible enterprises, CII fosters an environment of fairness and accountability. Our efforts align with the principles of the Global Coalition for Social Justice, striving for more equitable and just global economy, benefiting all segments of society. As we look ahead, businesses must play a more proactive role in shaping an economy where no one is left behind. By embedding social justice into corporate strategies, fostering innovation, and embracing responsible business conduct, India can continue to lead by example within the Global Coalition for Social Justice. Let's work together to ensure that businesses are not just engines of economic growth, but also catalysts for fairness, equity, and long-term prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, sir, for setting the context. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to a significant segment of today's event, which is showcasing responsible business conduct, a collaborative initiative by the Indian industry. And this session brings to light exemplary business practices in India that embody ethical operations, sustainable growth, and corporate social responsibility. So we are indeed very honored to have with us industry leaders who are going to share their journeys, innovations, and best practices contributing to the creation of responsible business ecosystems, both in India and globally. Very, very briefly, I'm going to now request Mr. Sudipta Marjit, Group CHRO and Head, Business Excellence and Office of Strategy Management, and member of the board of Tata Autocom JV companies, join us on stage. Tata Autocom Systems is a leading automotive components conglomerate, and Mr. Sudipta Marjit comes armed with over 25 years of experience in HR, IR, and ER, CSR, and technology management. Let's welcome Mr. Sudipta Marjit, ladies and gentlemen, as we invite him for his presentation. There he is. Welcome.
May I have the presentation, please? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, and dignitaries on stage and members in this August gathering. It's a great opportunity to present to you and talk about what are we trying to do in a very humble way in Tata's. It's a great opportunity to present a group which is focused on all the principles which we just heard over more than 150 plus years. We would like to talk about what are the things which is happening in specifically in one of the company, which is Tata Autocom, which represents Tata Group in the automotive component sector. The whole RBC concept is demonstrated around these 6 pillars, which you can see on the stage. And one of the most important factors is the Tata Code of Conduct. That's the way we conduct our business. It's focused on diversity. And as many of you know, that the ownership of the Tata Group is very, very unique. More than 67% of the ownership is with charitable trusts. So all the profits which is generated, which is much beyond the 2% which is mandated by the government in terms of CSR. Actually, 67% of the profits which is generated in a company actually goes back to the society. The focus is on ESG. We have taken very, very stringent targets on all aspects of ESG. Tata Autocomp, just to give an example, is the #1 company in auto component on the Dow Jones Sustainability Index. And the focus, when you grow, as you know that the Tata Group is in an unprecedented rate of growth, but the focus is on wellness and well-being of the employees. So this is the framework. Tata Autocomp represents 62 manufacturing locations globally, not only in India, but in China, Poland, Mexico, Sweden, North Americas, United Kingdom. But we follow the same behavior, which is the Tata Code of Conduct. And this is how we believe is the only way that employees which join Tata Group can conduct their business, not only internally, but to all external stakeholders. The focus is on diversity and inclusion. DEI is a very common word today, but first we focus on inclusion and equity and get everyone together so that we have a turf, in cricketing language, a pitch, which everyone is comfortable with. Be it women, Tata Autocomp proudly represents more than 40% of women in the shop floor. We are into electric vehicle business in a big way. And the future of the business, the future of technology is driven by women leaders at every level. A focus on the social caste, the scheduled castes, the scheduled tribes, the nomadic tribes, is one of the areas which we call the affirmative action. A focus on global ties, so that it's a company where everyone from every nation can be proud to work on, and we are making our baby steps into inclusion of transgenders. This is our CSR projects, and our focus is on the kind of volunteering hours and the kind of lives which we can touch. One of the important area of CSR is autism. We have perhaps India's first autism research center, which is in Pune. A warm welcome to all of you to see what kind of research we are trying to do, fundamental research for the specially able employees in the field of various areas of autism, and to make them employable and live their life with dignity. Tata Autocomp is perhaps one of the first companies to adopt the human rights framework in its entirety, to ensure that, because in the auto component sector, there is a lot of marginalized labor which comes to work in our facilities all over India, so that everyone has the same kind of facilities, same kind of opportunities. The laws, there is the government schemes which are so welcome in India, which has happened over the last perhaps 10 years. Access to all the government schemes is built into a digital framework, and this is driven not only for our employees, our contract employees, and also to all the employees of our supplier community to have a much more inclusive work environment. This is the kind of results. We always do independent research and independent surveys through the best global consulting firms, and this is the kind of results we recently have got from on the human rights environment after we implemented the framework. The Tata Affirmative Action is the cornerstone which we have implemented. The whole concept is giving essential enablers to the the affirmative community in India to provide the education and ultimately lead them towards employability, either through entrepreneurship, where they can start their new ventures, which we can support, or make them employable in the various manufacturing locations we have. The focus is on talent building through talent academies and growing our talent within, and ultimately creating an environment of inclusion through rewards, so that it's not only about financial rewards, but rewards around wellness, rewards around various opportunities to make them higher careers and build and career and make them independent. Doesn't matter which kind of environment they come from, which gender they represent, which corner of the country they represent, ultimately to create a diverse, equitable, and inclusive work environment. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and welcome once again to this conference.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome Dr. Anadi N. Sinha. He is the Corporate Affairs Head at Uno Minda, the Director of Group Corporate Affairs. And Uno Minda Group is a leader in innovative automotive solutions. I'm going to request Dr. Sinha to please make his presentation. He's a seasoned HR veteran and business strategist with 41 years of diverse experience. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause, Dr. Anadi N. Sinha.
Good morning, and good morning to guests sitting on the dais, Honorable Minister, Honorable State Minister, Director General ILO, Secretary Labour, Deputy Secretary Labour, and my friends from the trade unions, BMS, and the CIA representatives. Friends, I represent a company called Uno Minda Group, and we are one of the largest auto component manufacturer in India and one of the largest in abroad also in the favor of the segments. We have 64 plants in India and 10 plants overseas. And we have been working on this. And if you look at our vision itself has one word which from the long, very long association we have been developing and focusing on this is the sustainable global world, which is the gist of everything, and we try to inculcate all the good management practices, good labor practices, and go beyond the rule of law, go much beyond what law prescribed to us. And today is the 74th anniversary of the ESI Corporation, and I'm happy that my people who are covered in ESI are very safe, but those who are not covered, even among the working categories, those who are not covered because of the salary brackets, they are also more covered by different instruments and different insurances so that they and their family don't feel any issue that they are not covered under ESI. In last few years, we have sustainably developed 31 different joint ventures and partnership, and so far, none of the partnership across Japan, Canada, US, Europe have broken so far, and we continued. This is one of the reason for our sustainable approach of our management. These are our customers. If you see, we scatter to all the customers. If those who are connected to the automobile and especially the Europe and US exports, they know how difficult it is to take care of the laws and sustainable and good business practices. Without that, you can't survive in this market, and all the customers keep on auditing you, all the good customers keep on auditing you on sustainable parameters, the compliance parameters, and quality parameters. When we start any of our gathering, it starts with the safety pledge, followed by the appreciation. We have to appreciate members who are present there or not present there so that a sense of positivity and no victimization is in place. More than our 90% plants are ISO certified 14001 and 45001 certified, and you can see we focus very, very highly on the water conservation. The millions of gallons we save every year, recycle every year across our plants with the zero discharge and zero outside circulation. Then energy and emission also we focus because of being on automobile, we focus on the BS6 right now and moving towards the EV adoption and the biofuel adoption in the country. And we are supporting all the OEMs to achieve their goals of net zero and the BS6 and onward standards. The waste management is another thing which is directly linked with the pollution and the related air and water pollution and soil pollution activities, which also we managed as per the actual guidelines without any compromise. Then the community well-being and CSR beyond our, so far we have touched around 8 lakh families across the country with our 18 centers, 1 hospital, 3 social charitable 10+2 schools and different SDGs which are supporting and getting their families supported by their self-help groups activities. We are supporting and encouraging across. So far, approximately 1 million families we have touched in last 15 years. Corporate governance, again, we are very highly respected and stock market organization, and we take care of our corporate governance very well without any compromise and follow all the legislative and non-legislative provisions so that there is no question of any compromise with the corporate governance. And ethics and compliance, there are many things which is the zero tolerance, like the POSH-related issue and many other quality and integrity-related issues. The zero tolerance, we have the Central Ethics Committee, then the ICs and the Regional Ethics Committees, and there is a Investigation and Vigilance Committee which take care of all those things. Then economic value creation, as on date, each employee creates approximate, even the down the level, annual value creation approximate 2.5 crores for the down the line the entry level person creates for my organization. Then roughly all the plants are solar capability supported, and 60% of our energy and power requirements are coming from our in-house and the captive solar generation plants. Carbon neutrality, we have targeted for 2040 for our organization, but we do hope that much before that we will be able to achieve. The way we are focusing and reviewing these activities and initiatives, we will be much ahead of the schedule of 2040. Carbon net again 250, but we will be 2050, but we will be much ahead on the carbon neutrality also. These are our journey on the CSR and sustainability, which you can see in the photographs with skill development, education, community well-being, preventive and curative health. These 4 are our pillars for our CSR and sustainable development. And we have been going out of the way. We don't care this 2% clause of the government policy. But we go much beyond those, and the families and employees, we all contribute towards the CSR contribution for the group activities, not looking at the 2% restriction. From the compliance side, the E&Y is our compliance partner, and they take care of across the group all related compliances with the environment, sustainable corporate governance, labor laws, and they ensure that we are on the top of all the compliances. There is no flaw. Quarterly compliance business is divided into 7 domains for our group, and each domain has got the senior level people who ensure that all the compliances are in place and we are not compromising anywhere with any of the compliances. Internal auditors for the different domains, we have the different internal auditors which keep on rotating on the 2 years basis, and they also ensure that we are not compromising anywhere in this. And code of conduct for directors and senior management and suppliers, as well as the code of conduct for our employees. We ensure that we follow all the code of conduct that everybody certify on the annual basis and get trained on the annual basis on the code of conduct, so that I think my time is over and I'm here and I will be able to talk to you much more what we do, which is beyond these presentations, and welcome all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sinha. And I would also request all the other speakers to please stick to that time limit. We've got this inaugural ceremony. And I'm now going to welcome Ms. Dimple Kaloya, who's the head of HR GSC India and Global Function GSC HTC Human Resources with HSBC. Madam, I request you to please join us on the dais and please keep your presentation very crisp. Thank you so much, and a very warm welcome. Let's welcome her, Ms. Dimple Kaloya.
Thank you. Namaskar, and good morning to all honorable delegates, the Honorable Minister, Mansukh Mandaviya, the Honorable State Minister, Director General ILO, Mr. Gilbert Hongbo, Honorable Secretary, Ms. Dora, the entire Ministry of Labor and Employment, employees of the State Insurance Corporation, CII, EFI, Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh, ILO, my fellow colleagues, and distinguished guests. A very warm welcome to all of you and very best wishes to everyone in the successful two-day dialogue that we have today. I'm quite honored and privileged to represent HSBC India at this dais on this momentous day on the 74th day, Foundation Day of ESIC and attending this August discussion on the regional dialogue on social justice. Vasudev Kutumbakam is a Sanskrit phrase that means the world is one family. I represent the industry of global capability centers, which are an enabler of Vasudev Kutumbakam by bringing this life to the microcosm of India for creating a truly global workforce right here within our country. With that, I want to talk about what we do at the Global Capability Centers of HSBC in India. If we move to the next slide, the India landscape for the Global Capability Centers has close to 28,330 employees. We are spread across 6 states from Gurgaon, Kolkata, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. Our key differentiators continue to be our skilled workforce, which we capture through the massive workforce that we have for engineers and tech talent, as well as non-tech talent, focus on techno-functional skills. We take full advantage of our geographical location of the strategic location of India, capturing the breadth of services from Middle East to Asia. Our diverse ecosystem enables us to hire the right kind of talent, including graduate talent, where India has close to 8 million graduates that pass out every year. We take advantage of the immense talent portfolio that the country offers. We also have a huge technology enabler for the GCCs to be the talent pool of the world and help create a global STEM system where we're able to hire this talent from the variety of universities as well as pedigree colleges in the country. If we move to the next slide, the capabilities at what we call a BFSI GCC or the Global Capability Center for the Banking and Financial Sector focuses on these 4 areas, which is focused on wealth and private banking, right from account opening to maintenance to analytics, focusing on lending, customer service, customer communication, insurance, asset management, collection, and global transformation, to commercial banking, which again focuses on global trade and receivables, channels and client management, wholesale and wholesale transformation, to global banking and private markets, focusing on markets and security services, fund services, distribution and travel transfer agency services, asset servicing, and global research. Most of our colleagues here invest a huge amount of time in identifying these practices and sharing with their global counterparts right from the locations that I just shared. We also service multiple line of businesses, right from audit to business continuity management to risk management, corporate services, communications. I represent HR, and we have a massive HR operations facility, automation, tax, and things like Know Your Customer. From over the years, we were set up in the late 90s to now, we've moved significantly from being a transaction processing-oriented business to a knowledge-oriented business. And you can see on the slide here that from 2012 to 2024, there's been a significant movement to have more talent focused on knowledge capability building. As we move to the next slide, this is just an example of how we work with our people managers. People managers are a crux of growth and growth agenda for our organization. And we intend to continue to have that through acceleration of this growth, which delivers outcomes for the organization in digitization, in resilience, in building ESG that drives financial returns, focusing on building a future of work which is flexible as well as focused on outcomes that lead with purpose. Our goals for our people managers are to build more fungible operations, creating transformation for digitization, building holistic development, which is not just people manager oriented, but also technical development in each of their core areas and skills, and building an operations manager capability that eventually uplift our branding in the market specifically. Our agenda has been focusing on running the bank, transforming the bank, digitizing the bank, and focusing on customer centricity along with business enablement. One of the key things that we have invested with our managers is to build foundations on adapting ways of working and build agility with our managers so that they can face off with the global counterparts that we have across the globe. If we move to the next slide, we are not only focused on our managers, but our diversity footprint is a 40-60 footprint across the organization. For gender diversity, we have agenda that focuses on ability and LGBTQ. We have multiple diversity programs that focus on new hire diversity, programs for females which focus on gender diversity in our middle management, high potential programs called Sprint which are focused on women leaders at middle management. We continue to invest in our policy to be able to have clear policy that is working with the times, be it the policy for menopause, IVF, surrogacy for our female staff, daycare support for all employees with children under 5-year-old, remote working for all employees, and hybrid working for all employees, along with remote working support for females that have gone beyond 1 year of maternity. There are multiple facets of our D&I agenda, which I'm very happy to speak to in case you want to post this session as well. If you go to the next slide, we are not only focused on internally, but also we truly believe in serving the community. We have multiple global agendas that we invest in, focused on net zero capabilities as well as nature-based solutions, building future skills, agriculture and livelihood, as well as disaster management. If we go to the next slide. These are just some examples and photos that we wanted to bring to share how we interact and engage with our communities. At the same time, if we go to the next slide, we believe and take pride in our employees and our employment, and hence continue to focus on working with the right industry partners, working with the right kind of organizations to get recognized through the industry channels and make sure that our talent is fully visible as well as contributing back to the economy. With that, I will hand over back to the host, and very warm welcome again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kaloya. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, now we will welcome our final speaker in this segment, Ms. Medha Shanbag, the Head of Corporate Communications at Saint-Gobain. There she is. Let's welcome her with a round of applause, please.
Namaste and good morning to everyone present here. Before I begin to narrate the responsible and best practices at Saint-Gobain, as we call it in French, I'd like to narrate a story about Kanuram. Kanuram Mandi, a 19-year-old farmer's son in Jharkhand, had resigned himself to dropping out of school after the 10th grade. Higher education in science would have been unaffordable to his parents. However, the scholarship provided by Saint-Gobain, India, proved to be godsend, allowing him to pursue his dreams without any financial stress on his family. There are many such heartwarming stories from the responsible practices at Saint-Gobain, India, that touched the lives of millions of people in over 10 states, fulfilling the 9 SDGs encompassing health, education, gender equality, clean water, sanitation, sustainable living, and climate change. Sorry. Right. So, the impact of our CSR initiatives is best understood in the context of three pillars: the business identity, business values, and the local support. Under business identity, we focus on educating, skilling, and upskilling stakeholders in the construction industry. As for business values, it is holistic development of the girl child, the women, health, and well-being. Our practices are spread across the value chain. So right from the entry-level programs, such as the Learn While Earn, which is for the first generation learners, to management trainee and summer internship programs for young engineers. So our Learn While Earn is a 4-year development program in the manufacturing technology aimed at equipping students with skills required for roles in modern shop floor, utilizing the idea of practice school. This slide speaks about our Grow From Within program, which harnesses talents and behaviors of individuals to achieve their full potential and to create leaders of the future. And these are some of our leaders who have grown from within, including our CEO and chairman, Mr. B. Santhanam, who joined us 45 years ago. Gender diversity is an important agenda at Saint-Gobain. And we make sure that right from the hiring to recognition, we have policies and practices aligned to the DE&I mission. This is our first all-women mirror line, where we've made sure that the women understand the know-how, there is communication, conversation, and development of the women on the shop floor. All of this really captures our leadership intent, our managerial support, and workplace culture, leading to our purpose of making the world a better home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to an important segment of today's event, the joint statement on responsible business conduct by Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh, the largest trade union federation of India, and Confederation of Indian Industry, CII, the largest industry body, and the Employers Federation of India. This statement, as you see on the screen, reflects a shared commitment to fostering ethical business practices, promoting fair labor standards, and ensuring inclusive growth that benefits both businesses and workers alike. This is more than just a statement. It is a commitment that responsible approach to business strengthens our industries, enhances global competitiveness, and ensures that India's workforce is empowered and protected. May I request you, ladies and gentlemen, to please join me in appreciating and applauding this joint statement. And with that, it is now my privilege to introduce Mr. Arindam Bagchi, the Ambassador and Permanent Representative of India to the UN and other international organizations in Geneva. I'm going to request you, sir, to now please address us. He's a seasoned diplomat and Indian Foreign Services officer of the 1995 batch. Mr. Bagchi has played a pivotal role in India's multilateral diplomacy and strategic communications, and he was also the additional secretary and spokesperson for the Ministry of External Affairs. Please welcome Mr. Arindam Bagchi.
Thank you. Honorable Minister for Labour and Employment, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, sir. Honorable Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Madam Shobha Karandlaji. Director General, Excellency Gilbert Ongbo, nice to see you again. Secretary, ma'am, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Sumita Davra, ma'am. Director General of the ESIC, Shri Ashok Kumar Singh. Hiranmaya Pandya ji from BMS, and Mr. Sahil Daira from CII. Senior officials from the Ministry of Labor and Employment, the ESIC, ILO India office, other UN agencies, partners from Global Coalition for Social Justice, representatives of the employers and workers associations, partners from other countries, and of course, other delegations here. Good morning and namaskar. To be honest, you're probably a little surprised how I am involved in this entire thing. I'm probably a little out of the place here, but I can assure you we are as much involved in Geneva in this effort on social justice, on labor, on issues that affect the workers as well as the employers through our involvement with the International Labour Organization. I'm delighted today to be joining this inaugural session of the Regional Dialogue on Social Justice under the Global Coalition for Social Justice. It's also particularly apt that this is the 74th Foundation Day of ESIC that we're celebrating, and thank you for including me in this. Let me extend first and foremost a big thanks to DG ILO himself for traveling all the way from Geneva here for joining us for this special event on GCSJ that we are hosting. We know you have the general body meetings of the ILO-GB coming up, and really appreciate that you took time. Let me also thank particularly the Ministry of Labour and Employment, Honourable Ministers, as well as the Secretary, for taking this original initiative, joining, becoming a member of the Coordination Committee, and today hosting this regional dialogue. I think it makes a huge difference to see directly, and I am also learnt a lot, how employers are actually contributing to a very otherwise ephemeral term of social justice. And yet, I think it's very important to understand how much what we do in the nation is actually in this pursuit of social justice. May I thank all of you for being here to bring the diverse voices in the employment ecosystem today. Briefly about the ILO and India. As a founding member, India's association with ILO is more than a century old. ILO is a unique organization among the various UN bodies because of its tripartite natures, with representatives of course, workers, employers, and the government. And we do believe that it acts as a symbol of social dialogue in the true spirit. India is one of the oldest ILO governing body members, participating in ILO activities as a country of chief industrial importance since 1922. And many of you are probably surprised to hear that it's much older than the UN itself. I'm happy to also emphasize that ILO's mandate of social justice and decent work has been part of the Indian Constitution. As a standard-setting body in the area of minimum wages, equal remuneration, employment policies, social protection, occupational health, I think ILO has paved the way, and our constitution thereafter, for many domestic legislations across the world. Today, the ILO's mandate on decent work is expanding with the challenges of emerging technologies and digitization. I think it's important to mention that India is harnessing technology to promote inclusiveness and growth, and we are ready to share these best practices with ILO and its partners. In fact, if I could emphasize India's unique size, our innovation, technology, and new things like gig economy and the platform economy that we talked about, make it a very good example through the ILO and otherwise to share what we are doing with the world. I do believe what we do domestically will determine how the world looks at the issue of labor, an issue of what we do to ensure that as we move into new areas of technology and new types of job, how the core of social justice, of ensuring that labor and employers work with the government remains unique. Let me also mention, as the largest origin country of skilled migrants, India strongly believes that regular, orderly, and safe migration with a robust legal framework is critical for bridging global skill gaps in an interconnected world. The robust legal framework is critical for bridging global skill gaps in an interconnected world. In fact, as you would have heard, we are working as India with the ILO for an international reference classification of skills and employment, which is a major outcome of the G20 under the leadership of India on the Employment Working Group. We hope that this will come to fruition soon, and this will be a very important element of harmonizing skills across the world so that skilled Indian labor has a chance to participate in global opportunities. We do think the prototype developed by this feasibility study, which hopefully will happen very soon, will facilitate global skill mobility, especially from the global south. Bilaterally, of course, India has been signing migration mobility partnership agreements, as well as labor mobility and labor welfare agreements with numerous destination countries to promote safe migration. And at the regional level, I'm happy to share that India is chair of what is called the Colombo process for 24 to 26. This is an inter-regional process of among 12 Asian countries on the management of overseas employment and contractual labor from Asian origin countries. So let me end here with saying I'm very confident that the 2J regional framework will provide a platform very useful to hearing perspectives and ideas from various stakeholders in enriching our policies towards advancing social justice. My congratulations and compliments again to the Minister of Labour and Employment, and thank you very much for inviting me. Good day.
Thank you very much, sir, for your pertinent remarks. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege to introduce Ms. Sumita Daura, Secretary, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India. She's an accomplished administrator with over 30 years of experience and has played a key role in infrastructure planning, economic development, and policy implementation at both national and international levels. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Sumita Daura.
Thank you. Honorable Ministers, Honorable Director General, International Labour Organization, esteemed participants, it's an honor for me to welcome all of you to the first ever regional dialogue on social justice, which is being organized, as you are aware, under the Global Coalition for Social Justice. Today's event is being held in conjunction with the Employees State Insurance Corporation, as it is their 74th Foundation Day celebrations today. I congratulate all the employees of ESIC and the people they serve. The event is a collaborative effort between the Government of India, the International Labour Organization, the Confederation of Indian Industry, the Employers Federation of India, and the workers represented by BMS and the other organizations today. First of all, friends, I would like to commend the Director General of ILO for his path-breaking initiative, the Global Coalition for Social Justice, which has today evolved into a worldwide movement for strengthened cooperation among the stakeholders to advance social justice. And India, as a founding member of the ILO, a key member in the coordinating group for the Global Coalition, is playing a crucial role in collaboration with the coalition under the leadership of the Honorable Minister for Labour and Employment, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, for furthering social justice in India and also sharing our best practices with the rest of the world. We are all aware that India is the fastest growing major economy, and we have the vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047, a developed India. We, as a country, are founded on the principles of social justice. 65% of our population is under the age of 35 years. We have a strong demographic dividend, and we prioritize employment generation, equity, and welfare. Our vision also includes the goal to achieve 70% female workforce participation in economic activities by 2047. And the businesses today have showcased responsible practices. We have just seen a number of presentations which prioritize practices which cover training, skill development of the youth, education, encouraging women, supporting them in joining the economic activities, building environment and social economic environment which is more responsible. We have seen that showcased, and I would like to congratulate the industry leaders who showcased the exemplary practices in the inaugural today, the Tata Autocomp, Uno, Minda, HSBC, and Saint-Gobain. Friends, to facilitate quality employment in the country, several key initiatives have been launched by the Government of India. We are aware of the Employment-Linked Incentive Scheme, which promotes the hiring of first-time employees in the formal sector. It boosts labor force formalization. It incentivizes job creation, particularly in the manufacturing sector. We are also familiar with the National Career Service Portal, where India harnesses technology to bridge the demand-supply gap in the labor market and align the supply of labor with the demand through appropriate skilling, reskilling, and we offer public employment services on the National Career Service Portal with over 4 million employers registered in a short period of 3 years' time, and more than 1 to 2 million active vacancies a day, and more than 44 million vacancies have been mobilized in the short period of time since the NCS has been put up. We are also aware about the eShram portal, which bridges the gap between social security and the unorganized sector workers. It is being built as a one-stop solution, assisting more than 305 million registered workers on the eShram portal. I would encourage all of you to kindly see the exhibition outside to learn more about these initiatives in case you do not know enough, but I'm sure these are well-known initiatives of the Government of India where technology has been harnessed very effectively. And we have also been mentioning to the DG ILO about how the platform aggregator module has been launched on the eShram portal to register the platform workers in India. And this is a first for the country and a first in many parts of the world. This is something from where there is a lot of learning as the platform workers are getting registered on the eShram portal to get access to healthcare facilities, which have been announced in the union budget under the Ayushman Bharat scheme for all the platform workers in the country. We look forward to the key announcements and launches today. There is the joint statement by the Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh, the CII, and the Employers Federation, which has just been seen on the screen. It reflects the collaborative resolve of the Indian workers, the business organizations in the country. We also look forward to a very historic agreement which will be announced today on collaboration between India and the ILO, the feasibility study for developing an international reference classification for skills and qualifications, which will facilitate the international migration of skilled labor from India to the rest of the world. This will also be India's first ever voluntary financial contribution to the ILO. As we celebrate the 74th Foundation Day of ESIC, it is also important for us to recognize their pioneering role in promoting social justice through the social security coverage, which is given to the workers across comprehensive benefits in 9 branches to more than 37 million insured persons and their families, covering approximately 144 million beneficiaries. Over the next 2 days, we will deliberate on critical issues. We will focus on themes such as the role of skills, employment, social justice, along with extension of social security, gender equality, inclusivity, ethical corporate practices, well-being and safety of workers, and decent work in the global value chains. We will also be looking at discussing leveraging emerging technologies, artificial intelligence to contribute more to the world of social justice. We look forward to a vibrant exchange of ideas, experiences, best practices. I wish everyone a productive and insightful dialogue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Madam, for your enlightening address. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to another important milestone in today's event, the formal announcement of esteemed organizations from India joining the Global Coalition for Social Justice. This collective commitment marks a pivotal step towards advancing social justice, promoting fair labor practices, and ensuring inclusive growth both in India and globally. By aligning with the Global Coalition, these organizations reaffirm their dedication to upholding dignity, equity, and well-being of all workers. So as we congratulate these organizations, the workers' organizations, ladies and gentlemen, are Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh, we have Trade Union Coordination Center, National Front of Indian Trade Unions. Let's have a round of applause for them. The employers' organizations, CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, the Employers' Federation of India, Associated Chambers of Commerce and Industry of India, PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So CII, EFI, ASSOCHAM, and PhD CCI. And we have enterprises, ESIC University, Ambuja Cement, Better Place, Dickey, which is Dalit Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Go Better, Festo India Private Limited, Haikal Limited, Quest Corp Limited, Manav Rachna Educational Institutions, OMI Foundation, Sri Ram Krishna Export Private Limited, Saint Gobain, Vardhaman Special Steels Limited, and Tata Auto Comp. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating all these organizations who have joined this remarkable coalition to usher in a new era of equality and opportunity. Thank you for that applause. And with that, we now present a special film showcasing best practices in responsible business conduct in India. This film highlights the exemplary initiatives undertaken by leading organizations that are driving positive change through sustainable and ethical business practices. And ladies and gentlemen, each of these organizations exemplifies the principles of responsible business conduct, contributing to a more just, sustainable, and prosperous society. So may we have this film, please.
Across continents, across cultures, across economies, one vision unites us all. A future where fairness, equity, and justice form the very foundation of progress. Aligned with this is the Global Coalition for Social Justice, a groundbreaking initiative that addresses social justice deficits and accelerates implementation of the 2030 Agenda. As one of the world's fastest-growing major economies, India is not just driving growth, but also leading the charge in responsible business conduct. India plays a key role in the Global Coalition on Social Justice as a coordinating group member and a leading force driving the initiative across the Asia-Pacific region. CII and EFI are actively contributing to Indian industry efforts to align corporate policies with national and global sustainability goals and promote multi-stakeholder initiative with a strong focus on skill development, sustainability, worker well-being, etc. Indian business have exemplary business practices that reflect a commitment to ethical operations, sustainable growth, and social responsibility. It underscores the importance of aligning business objectives with societal well-being, ensuring that economic success is inclusive and sustainable. We are privileged to have leading organizations share their journeys, innovations, and best practices that contribute to fostering responsible business environments both in India and globally. With 336 partners, 90 governments, and a shared commitment to justice, the Global Coalition for Social Justice is ensuring that economic growth and social inclusion walk hand in hand. Come and join to foster progress for everyone.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we just heard from Ms. Sumita Daura, in order to recognize and support millions of unorganized workers, Ministry of Labour and Employment introduced eShram, a platform dedicated to bringing social security and welfare benefits to those who need them the most. Today, we take another big step forward in this journey. To make services of eShram more accessible and convenient, we are launching the eShram mobile app. It is now my privilege to invite and request the Honorable Minister, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, in the august presence of Mr. Gilbert Humbo, Director General of ILO, to unveil this powerful new tool via pressing the button on the remote. Thank you very much, esteemed dignitaries.
The eShram mobile app is set to transform how unorganized workers access welfare benefits, employment opportunities, and essential services. With a secure Aadhaar UAN-based login, workers can register, update their profiles, and download their eShram card, all from their mobile devices. The app provides real-time access to government welfare schemes, intelligently filtering benefits based on user eligibility to create a seamless experience. The app connects workers to curated job listings, ensuring they find opportunities relevant to their skills and location. To enhance worker support, the app features a grievance redressal system and a toll-free helpline, ensuring their concerns are addressed promptly. With multilingual support, the app ensures accessibility for workers across India. The eShram mobile app isn't just technology, it's empowerment, security, and progress in the hands of every worker.
Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for the eShram app. And now we move on to the much anticipated launch of 5 key publications that highlight significant advancements and insights in the realm of employment, labor welfare, social protection, and responsible business conduct in India. These publications serve as valuable resources reflecting collaborative efforts, best practices, and transformative ideas aimed at shaping a more inclusive and socially just future. Now, to officially launch these publications, may I kindly request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to please do the honors, led by the Honorable Minister. Let us first launch the best practices on responsible business conduct in India. This publication marks a significant step towards strengthening corporate governance and fostering responsible business practices in India, which is becoming increasingly relevant in today's globalized world. Indeed, responsible business conduct is no longer just an ethical choice, but an essential one, and this publication sheds light on the key practices and strategies that Indian businesses have adopted to create positive social, environmental, and economic impact. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the publication, Best Practices on Responsible Business Conduct in India, and our esteemed dignitaries gracing this dais are now going to officially launch this publication. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as they do the honors, Best Practices on Responsible Business Conduct in India. And we request you, esteemed dignitaries, to please give us a photo opportunity with the publication Best Practices on Responsible Business Conduct in India. Yes, if we can hear it once again. Thank you very much for the applause, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you. We now, ladies and gentlemen, will go on to the next publication, a position paper on transforming India's social protection landscape through data pooling. And we're now going to hand over this position paper to our esteemed dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, this position paper on transforming. The position paper on transforming India's social protection landscape through data pooling highlights India's progressive approach to expanding social security and promoting financial inclusion through data integration across 34 major central schemes. The Ministry of Labour and Employment has doubled social protection coverage from 24.4% to 48.8% as recognized by the International Labour Organization. So this initiative underscores the power of technology in governance, ensuring no beneficiary is left behind. And I'm now going to be requesting our esteemed dignitaries to please do the honors of launching the position paper on transforming India's social protection landscape through data pooling. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a louder round of applause for that unveiling of that publication, the position paper on transforming India's social protection landscape through data pooling. And I request the esteemed dignitaries to give us a photo opportunity as they launch it. Thank you for the applause again. Thank you. Thank you, esteemed dignitaries, for doing the honors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will request the esteemed dignitaries to please unveil a compendium of social protection in India, glimpses of the journey so far. This compendium captures India's journey in building a comprehensive and inclusive social protection framework rooted, ladies and gentlemen, in civilizational ethos and constitutional principles. From ancient welfare traditions to modern digital innovations like the e-Shram portal, India has continually expanded its social security landscape, ensuring protection for both formal and informal workers. This resource is aimed at serving policymakers and stakeholders, inspiring continued efforts towards a resilient and inclusive social protection ecosystem. And ladies and gentlemen, we now request the esteemed dignitaries to please unveil this compendium of social protection in India, glimpses of the journey so far. Can we have a round of applause and also request the esteemed dignitaries to give us a photo opportunity? And now, ladies and gentlemen, I request the esteemed dignitaries to please unveil the next publication, Social Security for Informal Workers, Reflections and Learnings from ISA, International Social Security Association, and ESIC International Seminar January 2025. So ESA International Social Security Association and ESIC International Seminar January 2025. Now this publication captures key insights from the ESA ESIC International Seminar in New Delhi, and where over 200 global experts and policy makers discussed expanding social security for informal workers in the Asia-Pacific region, and highlights innovative solutions from India and other countries like Thailand, Indonesia, Oman, and Malaysia, focusing on digital service delivery, gender-responsive policies, and flexible contribution models. Can we have a huge round of applause for the esteemed dignitaries as they now unveil Social Security for Informal Workers, Reflection and Learnings from ESA, International Social Security Association, and ESIC, Employees State Insurance Corporation, International Seminar. Thank you. There is one final one, esteemed dignitaries, which is Shram Samarth, the Journey to Excellence. And we'd request you to please unveil Shram Samarth, the Journey to Excellence. And this publication showcases key reforms and initiatives taken by the Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India, that have strengthened labour welfare, social security, ease of doing business for facilitating employment generation in India. With digital innovations and targeted schemes, the ministry continues to build a more inclusive, secure, and dynamic labour ecosystem. And we thank the esteemed dignitaries for doing the honours and unveiling this. Shram Samarth, Journey to Excellence. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. Those were the 5 launches of the publications, and I thank you so much. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed to a key highlight of today's event, the announcement of collaboration between India and the International Labour Organization, which marks a significant step in fostering international collaboration for the development of an international reference classification of occupations. Now, as the world faces growing skill shortages, the need for a well-integrated and skilled global workforce has never been more pressing. Recognizing this, during India's G20 presidency in 2023, global leaders committed to developing an international classification system to promote skills-based migration pathways. This collaboration between India and ILO is a significant step to develop a framework that will enable cross-country comparability, benchmarking, and mutual recognition of skills and qualifications. This international classification will help in meeting skill demands and open new global employment opportunities for youth across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding this momentous collaboration, which symbolizes our shared commitment to advancing global labor standards and promoting inclusive economic growth. Thank you very much. We now move on to the next highlight of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in the observance of the 74th Foundation Day of Employees State Insurance Corporation today. And may I say, the Employee State Insurance Scheme, launched in 1952, initially began in Kanpur and Delhi and has since expanded across the country, reaching 674 districts in 36 states and union territories. For 74 years, ESIC has stood as a pillar of social security, ensuring that millions of workers across India receive the healthcare, financial protection, and support they deserve. Today, we gather here to celebrate the invaluable contributions of ESIC to the nation and its workforce, and it is my privilege now to hand it over to Shri Ashok Kumar Singh, Director General, Employee State Insurance Corporation, for a presentation on social security coverage by ESIC. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Shri Ashok Kumar Singh. Sir, over to you.
Honorable Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, Madam Minister Sushri Shobha Karandlaje ji, His Excellency Director General Mr. Gilbert F. Ongobo, Sri Arindam Bagchi ji, Madam Sumitra Davra ji, Sri Hiranmanya Pandya ji, Mr. Sahil Dhaira, और यहाँ पे उपस्थित ESIC के सारे स्टाफ, EPFO के गेस्ट, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ लेबर के गेस्ट एंड इंटरनेशनल पार्टनर्स, सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। आज का दिन हमारे ESIC के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण दिन है। आज ही के दिन 1952 में हमारे ESIC की शुरुआत हुई थी। 73 साल के काम के बाद भी हम लोगों की जो विजिबिलिटी है या हम जो क्या करते हैं उसके बारे में इतनी जानकारी सभी को नहीं हो पाई है। लेकिन मैं ये देख रहा हूँ कि पिछले कई सालों से अब जो है हम ESIC क्या कर रही है उसके बारे में जानकारी का जो है काफ़ी लोगों को पता चल रहा है और हमारा इंटरनेशनल रिकॉग्निशन भी धीरे धीरे बढ़ता जा रहा है। और इससे अच्छी क्या बात होगी कि आज यहाँ पे ये ILO के इस फंक्शन के साथ हमारा भी फाउंडेशन डे का जो है हमको बातचीत करने का मौका मिला। मैं ESIC क्या है इसके लिए पहले आपको थोड़ा सा मैं इसकी जानकारी देना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे काफ़ी लोग ऐसे हैं जिनको ESIC के बारे में जानकारी उतनी नहीं होगी। तो जैसा मैंने पहले कहा कि ये जो है 24 फरवरी को कानपुर और बसई दारापुर में 2 अस्पताल जो है का इनॉग्रेशन हुआ था। 1948 में जब देश स्वतंत्र हुआ था उसी समय कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में ये एक्ट पास हुआ था। तो इससे ये पता लगता है कि हमारे देश में जो सोशल सिक्योरिटी के प्रति जो डिसीजन मेकर्स थे, जो उनके दिमाग में ये जो है बहुत ही टॉप प्रायोरिटी पे थी। और उस समय के जो लेबर मिनिस्टर थे डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर जी, उनके द्वारा ही ये एक्ट पास हुआ था। और उसके बाद जो है 1952 में ये अस्पताल खुला। हमारे जो मैंडेट है उसमें किसी भी फैक्ट्री में अगर 10 या 10 से ज़्यादा लोग हैं तो उनका जो है अगर उनकी इनकम अगर 21,000 से कम है तो उनको इसमें कवर किया जा सकता है। आज के दिन हमारे पास तकरीबन 22 लाख एस्टेब्लिशमेंट हैं, 14.5 करोड़ बेनिफिशरीज हैं। इंश्योर्ड पर्सन या बीमित कामगार जिन्हें हम कहते हैं वो करीब 3 करोड़ 74 लाख हैं। और ये जो हम जो ESIC की संस्था है, ये 4% जो हमारा कंट्रीब्यूशन आता है उसमें से 0.75% एम्प्लॉय देता है और 3.25% एम्प्लॉयर से लेते हैं। और इसमें जो है हम गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से हमें सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है। तो इसमें अगर आप देखें क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं हमारे इसमें इंक्लूडेड, तो इसमें जो है सबसे पहले सिकनेस, मैटरनिटी, डिसेबिलिटी एंड डेथ बेनिफिट, फ्यूनरल एक्सपेंसेस, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट अलाउंसेस और मेडिकल बेनिफिट्स to the worker and their dependent, रिहैबिलिटेशन सर्विसेज, कन्फाइनमेंट एक्सपेंसेस भी देते हैं और हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस प्रोग्राम भी चलाते हैं। तो आप पूछेंगे कि फिर ये तो सारी चीज़ें दूसरे जगह पे उपलब्ध हैं, तो हमारे ESI की क्या खासियत है? तो इसमें पहली बात तो ये है कि हमारे जो सोशल सिक्योरिटी स्कीम है वो काफ़ी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव है। कहीं पे भी जो है मेडिकल बेनिफिट और सोशल सिक्योरिटी स्कीम एक साथ नहीं मिलती है। दूसरा ये कि हमारा इन हाउस ज़्यादातर सर्विसेज हमारी उपलब्ध होती हैं, जो कि हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि प्रोविजनिंग करके और भी जो PMJY के अस्पताल हैं उन पे जो है हम सर्विसेज देना शुरू कर रहे हैं। तीसरा ये है कि इसमें सिर्फ अगर रजिस्ट्रेशन हो जाए, उसका पैसा नहीं भी आया है, तब भी जो है एम्प्लॉई जो है सारे बेनिफिट्स के लिए एलिजिबल हो जाता है। और इसमें जो है एक चीज़ और है जिसको मैंने देखा कि लोगों को जानकारी नहीं है कि हमारे जो मेडिकल कॉलेजेस हैं उसमें करीब हमारे पास 1200 सीटें हैं। उसमें से करीब 40% सीटें जो बीमित कामगार हैं उनके बच्चों के लिए, बीमित कामगार के बच्चों के लिए बीमित कामगार के बच्चों के लिए रखी गई हैं। और अभी जो हमारा जो एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन है इस और अदर इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काफ़ी ज़्यादा हमको रिकॉग्नाइज किया जा रहा है। अभी ईसा का लाइजन ऑफिस जो है साउथ एशिया का दिल्ली में है। हम जो है भूटान, बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका, नेपाल, ईरान के साथ जो है कोलैबोरेट करते हैं ईसा के रिलेटेड एक्टिविटीज़ के लिए। DG ESIC जो है वाइस प्रेसिडेंट है ईसा टेक्निकल कमीशन ऑन अ मेडिकल केयर एंड सिकनेस इंश्योरेंस। और DG उनके ईसा का जो ब्यूरो है उसके मेंबर भी हैं। एंड वी आर ऑल्सो मेंबर ऑफ वर्किंग ग्रुप ऑन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट्स। अभी हाल में ही जो है हमने 2 दिन का अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सेमिनार फॉर्मलाइजेशन एंड सोशल सिक्योरिटी कवरेज फॉर द वर्कर्स इन इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर करवाया था। और हमको जो है अभी रियाद में ये जो हमारा जो मोबाइल ऐप है उसके लिए रिकॉग्नाइज भी किया गया था। हमारे जो साइलेंट फीचर्स हैं, सैलिएंट फीचर्स, उसमें सारे तरह के एम्प्लॉयज़ को कवर करते हैं। एडमिशन फ्रॉम द डे वन, नो अपर एज लिमिट फॉर कवरेज और नो सीलिंग ऑन द मेडिकल एक्सपेंसेस एंड बेनिफिट फॉर रिटायर्ड पर्सन एट 10 रुपीज़ पर मंथ। ये हमारा आंकड़ा है। ये हमारा आईपी का आंकड़ा है। अभी जो हमारे जो नई इनिशिएटिव्स हैं टू इम्प्रूव द सर्विस डिलीवरी, उसमें जो है आईटी सर्विसेज का काफ़ी इस्तेमाल करने जा रहे हैं और कर भी रहे हैं। इसमें अभी ऑनलाइन क्लेम्स हम करने लगे हैं। इनके पहचान पत्र को डाउनलोड किया जा सकता है, आधार ऑथेंटिकेशन किया गया है और ऑनलाइन मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट भी इशू किए जाते हैं। बल्क आधार सीडिंग का भी काम हो गया है। ऑटोमेटेड एसएमएस नोटिफिकेशन जाते हैं और हम जो है व्हाट्सएप के साथ भी इनको जो है और भी अच्छी तरीके से जो भी हम अपने यहाँ जितनी भी पारदर्शिता ला सकते हैं वो लाने की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं। ये हमारे मेडिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है। हमारे करीब 165 अस्पताल हैं, 1590 डिस्पेंसरीज हैं, करीब हमारे पास 28,000 बेड्स हैं सैंक्शन, और हमारे पास जो है टोटल जो मेडिकल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं 15 के करीब हैं। इसमें सुपर स्पेशलिटी हमारी इन हाउस उपलब्ध है, जो 25 अस्पतालों में अभी उपलब्ध है। हमारी कोशिश रहेगी कि 100 से बेड जहाँ भी जितने भी अस्पताल 100 बेड से ज़्यादा के हैं वहाँ पे दी जाए। रेनल ट्रांसप्लांट होता है, बोन मैरो ट्रांसप्लांट भी हम कर रहे हैं। ये नया एक बहुत ही दूरगामी एक स्टेप अभी माननीय मंत्री जी के निर्देशन में उनके लीडरशिप में लिया जाना है और अभी जल्दी ही इस पे काम पूरा हो जाएगा। ये जो है हमारा जो PMJY है, प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना है, उसके प्लेटफॉर्म पे जाके हम अपनी सेवाएं देने की व्यापक करने की कोशिश चल रही है। अभी जो है हमारे 103 जिलों में हमारी स्कीम नोटिफाई नहीं हुई है और 104 जिलों में पार्शली नोटिफाई है। तो इस पे जाने के बाद जो है हमें इन सारे जिलों में अपनी सेवाएं प्रदान करने का मौका मिलेगा और इससे जो है माइग्रेंट वर्कर्स को भी सुविधा मिलेगी। हम जो है इसके द्वारा इसमें प्राइमरी जो सर्विसेज हैं, ये डिस्पेंसरी है, सुविधाएं हैं, वो प्राइमरी ट्रीटमेंट जो है डिस्पेंसरीज में मिलेंगी और बाकी जो है PMJY के उसमें प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिलेंगी। ये हमारा मेडिकल साइड है, केमोथेरेपी यूनिट, एडॉप्टेड हब एंड स्पोक मॉडल अवेलेबल इन 42 हॉस्पिटल्स, इजी एक्सेस फॉर ऑन्कोलॉजी केयर। ये 5G एम्बुलेंस सर्विसेज है जो कि GPS इक्विप्ड है, रियल टाइम ट्रैकिंग ऑफ पेशेंट मेडिकल डेटा, ये सारी चीज़ें हम कर रहे हैं। प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केयर की तरफ भी उतना ध्यान है जिसमें कि हॉस्पिटल में भी और इंडस्ट्रियल क्लस्टर्स में जाके हम लोगों की जांच करते हैं, प्राथमिक जांच, और जिससे कि उनकी हेल्थ की जितनी भी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो अगर शुरू में पकड़ में आ जाती हैं तो ट्रीटमेंट में आसानी होती है। और जैसा कि हमारा जो इस समय जो ध्येय है कि सिर्फ एलोपैथिक ट्रीटमेंट ही ना दिया जाए बल्कि इसको जो है होलिस्टिक किया जाए, और उसके तहत जो है आयुष सिस्टम को भी हम प्रमोट कर रहे हैं। और मैंने देखा है कि सर इसमें लोगों की काफ़ी रुचि है और काफ़ी लोग इस सिस्टम को इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, इन सारी चीज़ों को, आयुर्वेदा, योगा, यूनानी, सिद्धा, होम्योपैथी। हमारे पास आयुर्वेदा 183 यूनिट्स खुल चुकी हैं, योगा की 73 हैं, होम्योपैथी की 88 हैं, सिद्धा की 51 है और यूनानी की 11 है। इसके साथ ही हमने होम डिलीवरी का भी जो है सिस्टम शुरू किया है जिसमें होम सैंपल कलेक्शन, ड्रग डिलीवरी, ये सारी चीज़ें भी हम कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we now begin with the ESIC Awards ceremony. in recognition of the outstanding performance in delivery of services to insured persons and beneficiaries. This award ceremony is a tribute to the offices, hospitals, and institutions that have demonstrated unparalleled excellence in delivering ESIC's mission with efficiency, integrity, and impact. Welcome to the special award ceremony of the 74th Foundation Day of the Employee State Insurance Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, we can definitely extend our hands for the ceremony. Now, we will be recognizing excellence across categories. So let's begin with the first category, which is Best ESIC Medical Colleges and Hospitals, celebrating institutions that have advanced medical education, research, and patient care. I now request our Honorable Labour Minister, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, to present the awards to the best performing ESIC medical colleges as well as hospitals. So we begin, ladies and gentlemen, the award for the best performing ESIC medical college and hospital. The winner goes to ESIC Medical College and Super Specialty Hospital, Sanat Nagar, Hyderabad. May I invite Dr. Shirish Kumar Chavan, the Dean, to kindly join us on stage and accept the honor. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for the winner of the best performing ESIC Medical College and Hospital, ESIC Medical College and Super Specialty Hospital, Sanat Nagar, Hyderabad. And the Dean, Dr. Shirish Kumar Chavan, taking this on behalf of this medical college and hospital. Congratulations. We now go on to the runner-up of the best performing ESIC Medical College and Hospital, and the runner-up goes to ESIC Medical College and Hospital, Faridabad, Haryana. May I invite the Dean, Dr. Anil Kumar Pandey, to kindly join us on stage and accept the honor. May I request you, ladies and gentlemen, to once again put your hands together. Congratulations to ESIC Medical College and Hospital, Faridabad, Haryana. Now we go on to the best ESIC hospitals, recognizing hospitals that have set benchmarks in healthcare infrastructure, medical services, and quality of care to workers and their families. Honorable Minister Dr. Mandaviya ji, I request you to present these awards. First, we begin with the winner of best performing ESIC hospital in the category of 201 beds and above. And the award goes to ESIC Hospital, Bapu Nagar, Gujarat. May I invite Dr. Akhilesh Jain, Medical Superintendent of ESIC Hospital, Bapu Nagar, Gujarat, to please accept this winner's trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for ESIC Hospital, Bapu Nagar, Gujarat, Dr. Akhilesh Jain accepting the award. Congratulations once again to ESIC Hospital, Bapu Nagar, Gujarat. And now we announce the runner-up in the best performing ESIC hospital in the category of 201 beds and above. And the award goes to ESIC Hospital, Okhla, Delhi. May I invite Dr. Sunita Chaudhary, the Medical Superintendent, to please accept this on behalf of ESIC Hospital, Okhla, Delhi, the runner-up award in the best performing ESIC hospital in the category of 201 beds and above. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you, madam. Congratulations to ESIC Hospital, Okhla, Delhi. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we go on to the best performing ESIC hospital in the category of 101 to 200 beds. And the winner is ESIC Model Hospital, Bibwewadi, Pune, Maharashtra. May I invite Dr. Abhimanyu Panda, the Medical Superintendent, to kindly join us on stage and accept the award. Ladies and gentlemen, ESIC Model Hospital, Bibwewadi, Pune, Maharashtra. Let's have a round of applause as we congratulate the winner in the category of 101 to 200 beds. Many congratulations, sir. Yes, let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the applause. Thank you. We now move on to the runner-up in the best performing ESIC hospital in the category of 101 to 200 beds. And the runner-up goes to ESIC Model Hospital, Peenya, Karnataka. May I invite Dr. Veena Kumar K, the Medical Superintendent, to kindly accept the honor. And may the applause be the real music. Thank you so much for the applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to ESIC Model Hospital, Pina, Karnataka, on getting the runner-up in the best performing ESIC hospital in 101 to 200 beds category. Congratulations, madam. And with that, we go on now to the winner of the best performing ESIC hospital in the category of up to 100 beds. And the winner is ESIC Hospital, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. May I request Dr. R. Magesh, Medical Superintendent, to kindly join us on stage and accept the honor. Ladies and gentlemen, ESIC Hospital, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. Can we have a round of applause for our winner in the category of up to 100 beds, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, sir, and to the hospital. Now we go on to the runner-up in the best ESIC hospital in the category of up to 100 beds. And the runner-up goes to ESIC Model Hospital, Beltola, Guwahati, Assam. May I invite Dr. B.C. Deka, Medical Superintendent, to please receive this honor. Dr. B.C. Deka is now on stage with us. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a huge round of applause? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go on to the best performing ESIC regional and sub-regional offices. These awards are given in recognition of the office's performance in achieving revenue and recovery targets, efficiency processing claims for various benefits, and also addressing grievances. I now request the Honorable Director General, International Labour Organization, Mr. Gilbert Humbo, to present these awards to the best performing regional offices, sir. We invite our first winner of best performing regional office. Ladies and gentlemen, the regional office winner in the big category is Karnataka. May I invite Shri Sangpriya Anand, Deputy Director, to kindly grace the stage and accept this. The winner of regional office for big category goes to regional office Karnataka, ladies and gentlemen. Shri Sangpriya Anand, Deputy Director, taking this award. And now we invite the runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, in the same category. The runner-up for regional office big category goes to regional office Tamil Nadu. May I invite Shri G.V. Kiran Kumar, Additional Commissioner and Regional Director, to please join us and accept the honor. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause? Thank you for the applause. Many congratulations on being runner-up to regional office Tamil Nadu in the category of big regional office. Thank you very much. We now go on to the medium category in regional offices, and the medium category winner goes to Regional Office Uttar Pradesh. May I invite Shri K.C. Jha, the Regional Director in charge, to please join us on stage and accept the honor. This is the winner for the Regional Office medium category. Ladies and gentlemen, Regional Office Uttar Pradesh, and we have Shri K.C. Jha, Regional Director in charge, taking the award. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting the honor. And congratulations to you. We now invite the runner-up in the Regional Office Medium category, and the runner-up goes to Regional Office Punjab. May I invite Shri Pankaj Vora, Regional Director in charge, to kindly join us on stage and accept the honor. Many, many congratulations to Regional Office Punjab on getting the Regional Office Medium category runner-up award. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to adorn all our awardees on stage. Thank you so much for the applause once again. Thank you, congratulations. And now we go on to the winner of the Regional Office Small category, and the winner is Regional Office Assam. May I invite Shri Robert L. Guite, Regional Director in charge, to kindly join us on stage and accept the winner award for Regional Office Small category. Can we please adorn that with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, that celebration. Thank you very much. And many, many congratulations. Very big smiles there. Congratulations to Regional Office Assam. And now we go on to the Regional Office Small category runner-up award. And the runner-up award goes to Himachal Pradesh. May I invite Shri Ashok Kumar, Regional Director in charge, to kindly join us on stage to accept this runner-up award for Regional Office Small category. Congratulations. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, in a loud round of applause for not just him, but all our awardees of the best performing regional office. And I also thank Honorable DG ILO for doing the honors. And with that, I now request Sushri Shobha Karandlaje ji, the Honorable Minister of State for Labour and Employment, to present the awards to the best performing sub-regional offices of ESIC. And may I request you, Madam, to give away the sub-regional office big winner category first. So the sub-regional office big category winner is sub-regional office Coimbatore. May I invite Sri Ravi Kumar KR, Joint Director in Charge, to please accept the winner award in the category sub-regional office big category. Sub-regional office Coimbatore, ladies and gentlemen, gets the winner award in the big category of sub-regional offices. Ladies and gentlemen, applause is dying down. We have this last segment only of awardees. Let's encourage them. Let's celebrate them. Congratulations. I'd like to now invite on stage our runner-up for the sub-regional office big category. And the runner-up is sub-regional office Gurugram. May I invite Sri Sunil Yadav, Joint Director in Charge, to kindly join us on stage and accept the honor. And we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the runner-up of the sub-regional office in big category. Sub-Regional Office Gurugram. Congratulations to you, sir, and to the entire office. And now we go on to the Sub-Regional Office Medium category, and the winner is Sub-Regional Office Mysore. May I invite Shri M. Sitlo, Joint Director in Charge, to kindly join us on stage and accept the honor. This is the winner of the Sub-Regional Office Medium category, ladies and gentlemen. Sub-Regional Office Mysore. Let's please have a round of applause for the winner in this category. And it is Shri M. Sitlo accepting this award on their behalf. Congratulations. I now invite the runner-up of the Sub-Regional Office Medium category. It goes to Sub-Regional Office Barakpur. May I invite Shri Amarnath Tiwari, the Joint Director in Charge, to kindly step forward and accept the award. The Sub-Regional Office Medium category runner-up, Sub-Regional Office Barakpur. Ladies and gentlemen, can we hear a loud round of applause for Barakpur, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. Many congratulations. And now we go on to the Sub-Regional Office Small category. This is the final category in this segment. The Sub-Regional Office Small category winner goes to Sub-Regional Office Kollam. May I invite Shri V. Muhammad Abdul Karim, Joint Director in Charge, to please accept this on behalf of the Sub-Regional Office Kollam. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner in the Sub-Regional Office Small category, Sub-Regional Office Kollam, Shri V. Muhammad Abdul Karim, taking this award. Congratulations to you, sir. And the final award, ladies and gentlemen, the Sub-Regional Office Small category runner-up goes to Sub-Regional Office Varanasi. May I invite Shri Sanjay Kumar, Joint Director in Charge, to please join us and accept the honor of the runner-up Sub-Regional Office Small category that goes to Sub-Regional Office Varanasi. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for the awardees? These awards are a testament to the dedication of ESIC officers, healthcare professionals, and administrators who work tirelessly to make a difference in the lives of India's workforce. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Thank you, esteemed dignitaries, for doing the honors at this juncture. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce very briefly Ms. Shobha Karandlaje, Honorable Minister of State for Labour and Employment and Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India, to deliver her address. She's a dedicated policy maker and advocate for labour rights. She has played a pivotal role in enhancing social security measures and strengthening workforce welfare initiatives. Can we have a huge round of applause for Ms. Shobha Karandlaje? Honorable Minister, it is now over to you, Madam.
Good morning to everyone. Respected Labour and Employment Cabinet Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, Director General of ILO Mr. Gilbert Ugambo, distinguished delegates from various countries, representatives from employees and workers' organizations, my dear officials from Government of India and states, media friends. I feel privileged to address this distinguished gathering of governments, policymakers, social partners, and international institutions. We all assembled here today to participate in the first ever regional dialogue on social justice. The Global Coalition for Social Justice aims to drive progress toward sustainable development by balancing economic, social, and environmental dimensions, reducing inequalities and poverty, and meeting global needs through enhanced multilateral cooperation and partnerships. Social justice is not one-size-fits-all concept. It varies across countries, regions, and communities. In India, our Constitution lays a strong foundation for social justice and empowerment through various programs designed to eliminate social inequalities. It has empowered us by providing access of education, participation in policy making, special provisions for infrastructure development in backward areas and vulnerable communities, healthcare facilities, skill development, and economic opportunities. Our government places a strong emphasis on gender equality and women's empowerment, particularly in education, employment, government representation, entrepreneurship, and women-led businesses. Over the last 3 years, India has significantly expanded social protection coverage across 34 central schemes. As recognized by ILO, we have successfully doubled the estimated coverage from 24.4% in 2021 to 48.8% in 2024. Currently, 65% of India's population is covered by at least one social protection benefit. Insights gained from this expansion will enhance policy making, broaden our social security framework, improve transparency, and strengthen India's position in global reporting. Our data pooling exercise has identified 920 million beneficiaries across central schemes, including targeted public distribution system, which provides food security to 800 million Indians. The average global social protection coverage has increased by 5 percentage points, largely due to India's remarkable progress in expanding social security protection. Friends, through our focused schemes, we have successfully uplifted 250 million Indians from poverty. India has witnessed an economic renaissance, transitioning over the past decade from a fragile economy to the fastest growing economy in the world. We proudly stand as the fifth largest economy globally. Our ease of doing business ranking has improved significantly in World Bank ranking due to streamlined regulations, digitization, direct benefit transfers, massive infrastructure development, domestic manufacturing, that is Make in India initiative, and enhanced credit flow to agriculture and MSME sector. Your Excellency, Director General ILO, our labor force participation has risen to 57.9%, encompassing around 800 million citizens. Today, we are also celebrating 74th Foundation Day of the Employees Insurance Corporation. We are very happy. ESIC is dedicated to building a healthy and secure force by ensuring basic health and economic protection for all individuals. I congratulate ESIC for embracing technology-driven and patient-friendly initiatives and reaffirming its commitment to strengthening India's social security framework. Friends, in coming days, Government of India will expand social security to unorganized sector, that's for agriculture workers, construction laborers, and also gig and platform workers. I am confident that the two-day deliberations in this regional dialogue will yield innovative and impactful solutions, driving our collaborative efforts toward a more socially just, inclusive, and fair world. Thank you all, and a very pleasant stay in Delhi. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, Madam. Thank you for that very insightful and encouraging address. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a revered leader in global labor and economic development, Mr. Gilbert Hungbo's leadership launched the Global Coalition for Social Justice, now embraced by 336 partners across 90 governments. And his distinguished career spans key positions at the United Nations Development Programme, where he held multiple leadership roles, including Assistant Secretary General and Regional Director for Africa. He has also served as the Prime Minister of Togo. With a deep commitment to equity, labor rights, and social protection, Mr. Hungbo continues to shape global policies that promote inclusive economic growth and dignified work for all. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request Mr. Gilbert Hungbo, Honorable Director General, International Labour Organization, to deliver his keynote address.
His Excellency Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, Minister of Labour and Employment and Youth Affairs, Her Excellency Ms. Shobha Karandajai, Minister of State of Labour and Employment, my dear Sanita Daura, Secretary of Minister of Labour and Employment, Director General of the Employee State Insurance, distinguished representatives of the employers and trade unions, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Let me start by expressing how grateful I am to really invite me to join this regional forum, this inaugural session of the Regional Dialogue on Social Justice. My heartfelt thanks to India as a key partner to the social coalition that we initiated about a year and a half ago or so. Today, we also celebrating the 74th Foundation Day of the Employees State Insurance Corporation, one of the world's largest social security schemes. And this milestone highlights the crucial role that social protection plays in achieving social justice. The launch of the coalition was a pivotal moment in our collective effort to address social justice deficits by strengthening dialogues amongst the coalition partners. We do believe that we could contribute to accelerate the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda altogether. This initiative now is about 350 partners, including 90 governments, employers, workers' organizations, international and regional organizations, financial institutions and development banks, enterprises, the international non-governmental organization, and the academia, which is quite very multilateral coalition. The focus of this conference is the responsible business for inclusive and sustainable societies. The key question for us is the following. What business practices can deliver both shared prosperity and at the same time sustainable growth? As India strengthens its global trade and investment position and supports enterprises in domestic supply chains, the role of sustainable business conduct is central to achieving economic, social, and environmentally sustainable enterprises. I really want to humbly commend India for strengthening its environmental, social, and governance ESG framework through the national guidelines. The best practices shared by employers today, this morning, will reflect the important progress that has been made in this area. I also like to salute the Ministry of Employment and Labor for its pivotal role in launching the RBC, the Responsible Business Conduct Project, together with ILO. And this collaboration for us is vital in showcasing India's commitment to decent work agenda in business operations, sending, therefore, a very clear message to trade partners and investors. So on this occasion, I would like to share that the ILO's tripartite Declaration of Principles concerning multinational enterprises and social policy provides comprehensive guidance on responsible business conduct. It does offer concrete steps for businesses to contribute to decent work and inclusive economic growth while addressing potential negative impacts. The foundation of this process lies in social dialogue, lies on consultations between governments, social partners, and enterprises, such as this 2 days conference. Another important focus of our conference is the provision of protection and resilience, particularly through the social protection schemes. In this regard, I acknowledge India's collaboration with ILO in advancing social protection. According to the World Social Protection Report 24-26 that we launched a few months ago, the proportion of India's population covered under at least one branch of social protection has increased. And the Vice Minister mentioned it, from 24% to essentially 49%, so doubling in such a very short time. And this achievement reflects the strong partnership that and the decisive actions that the government Modi has been taking in the past few years. I really want to salute that because this tremendous positive growth in the social protection in India has a pulling factor on the rest of the world on that. So it's important to also know that those progress that you are making here also has a positive impact on the other countries in improving the social protection. So let us reaffirm our collective commitment to social justice. Let us, what I've been listening this morning is quite very encouraging. How do we make business to grow? How do we make business to continue creating wealth? At the same time, how do we ensure that when we talk about nobody is left behind, that means that the necessity of providing a minimum protection, the necessity not only to workers, not only to all the communities, but also beyond the traditional workers' protection is also the unorganized sector, the informal economy, that I really want to salute the importance that you attach on the informal economy as well, so to make sure that all different components of the society improves their well-being. This is what we're talking about when we talk about social justice. Let me end up by again recognize the criticality of the role that India is playing in ILO leadership, in ILO's governance structure, which is quite crucial. And we know that as one of the key and one of the leading, not only in terms of population, but in terms of economic growth, one of the leading country, you will continue ensuring your leadership within ILO global governance. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much once again, Honorable Director General of International Labour Organization, for such a compelling address. And ladies and gentlemen, it is truly my privilege and honor now to introduce the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment and Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, a visionary leader and policy reformist who has been instrumental in transforming India's healthcare, labour welfare, as well as sports landscape. Honorable Minister Dr. Mandaviya has held key ministerial cabinet positions, including Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers, before assuming his current role as Minister of Labour and Employment, Youth Affairs and Sports. And during his tenure as Union Minister for Health, he played a pivotal role in strengthening India's healthcare infrastructure and was instrumental in the success of India's COVID-19 vaccination drive, which was the largest such exercise across the globe. And now, as the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Mandaviya is spearheading transformative reforms towards creation of quality jobs, strengthening labour market, and expanding social security coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, as the driving force behind ESIC's future vision, he is leading key initiatives, including the convergence of ESIC with Ayushman Bharat PMJ and the expansion of medical education, significantly expanding healthcare access for India's workforce. And from his early days as a youth leader to a cabinet minister, Dr. Mandaviya's journey is a testament to his unwavering commitment to nation building, ensuring an inclusive, progressive, and empowered India. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to request him for his address. Sir, we eagerly await your address. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a huge, resounding round of applause for the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment and Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji.
Dignitaries on dais, Director General ILO Gilbert Hongbo-ji, मेरी ministerial colleague Shobha ji, Secretary Labour Sumita ji, Permanent Representative of India to UN and Geneva, अरिंदम बागची जी, ESIC के DG अशोक कुमार जी, भारतीय मजदूर संघ के नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट हिरणमय पंड्या जी, CII के वाइस चेयर मिस्टर शाहिल दारिया जी, सभी उपस्थित भाइयों बहनों, it is a privilege to address this inaugural regional dialogue on social justice as we unite under the global coalitions for social justice to advance our shared commitment to build a more just and inclusive world. The significance of the gathering lies not only in the exchange of ideas, but also in our collective resolve to address the evolving challenges of our time. By promoting collaboration among government, international organizations, workers' organizations, business, and civil society, we aim to create tangible solutions that promote a fruitful working environment for all where no one is left behind. This initiative, launched by 2023 by ILO, represents a transformative step in our collective efforts to address social justice difficulties and accelerate the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. With over 336 partners, including 90 government, the coalition has emerged as one of the largest global movements dedicated to facilitating inclusive growth, reducing inequalities, and ensuring decent work for all. To that end, today's dialogue serves as a platform to exchange best practice, explore innovative solutions, and strengthen regional cooperation, ultimately contributing to a more equitable and resilient global ecosystem and economy. India, as a proud moment, and the Asia Pacific Coordinating Group is privileged to spearhead this first regional dialogue. It fills me with immense joy in noting that we have decided to champion a key coalition intervention, responsible business practices for sustainable and inclusive societies. This resource marks significant milestone in our collective journey and will serve as a valuable references, guiding our efforts towards more inclusive and resilient social protection systems. I would also like to take this opportunity to appreciate the employees' state insurance corporations for its dedicated efforts in advancing social security and ensuring the well-being of workers. The observance of ESIC 74th Foundation Day during this event is testament to its long-standing contributions to enhancing healthcare, financial security, and overall welfare for millions of workers and their families across India. Since its inception in 1952, ESIC has played a pivotal role in shaping India's social security landscape by offering comprehensive healthcare, disability benefits, maternity benefits, and financial protections. ESIC has become a cornerstone of India's commitment to social justice. Its initiative, including digital healthcare services and simplified enrollment processes, have expanded coverage to both formal and informal sector workers. On this occasion, I would like to highlight the significance of the joint statement on responsible business conduct presented by the Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh in collaboration with the Confederation of Indian Industries Employers Federation of India. This joint statement reflects a shared commitment to support ethical and sustainable business practice that respect work's right, promote decent work, and support inclusive economic growth. It emphasizes the need for businesses to go beyond compliance, integrating social responsibility into their core operations and value chains. By prioritizing workers' well-being, ensuring fair wages, and upholding workplace safety, businesses can contribute to a more just and resilient society. The statement also underscores the importance of collaboration between employers, workers, and policymakers in building a future of work that is both equitable and sustainable. I commend the workers and employers, organized enterprises for their pledge to join the global coalition and their commitment to join hands for promoting social justice. This highlights the willingness of Indian business and workers organizations to shoulder the responsibility to build a socially just, inclusive society with the government of India. India's journey towards social justice is deeply rooted in commitment to inclusive growth and equitable development. Over the past decade, India has undertaken significant reforms to create quality jobs, enhance labor market flexibility, and expand social security coverage. India, under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, has undertaken significant steps. Our economy, the fastest growing among major global economies, has drawn global attention for its development track record and structural reform. The next 5 years present a unique opportunity to realize our vision of Sabka Vikas, balanced growth for all regions and communities. Employment trend in India reflect the success of this policy intervention. The unemployment rate has declined from 6% in 2017-18 to 3.2% in 23-24, while the labor force participation rate has increased from 49.8% to 60.1%. These positive indicators underscore the impact of our reforms and initiatives. Labor reforms have been a foundation of India's efforts to modernize its workforce policies. The consolidations of 29 labor laws into 4 simplified labor codes has promoted labor welfare, universalized wage and social security, and ensured safer working conditions. These reforms have also improved the ease of doing business by streamlining registrations, license, and compliance procedures. Social security remains a fundamental pillar of India's commitment to social justice. The International Labour Organization's World Social Protection Reports 2024-26 highlights India's remarkable progress, reaching 48.8% in 2024. We are in the process of further collecting data with ILO. Schemes like the Employees State Insurance Corporation and the Employees Provident Fund organizations have been modernized to extend coverage to more workers. The e-Shram portal, with over 300 million registered unorganized workers, exemplifies our efforts to strengthen last mile delivery of social benefits. I am also pleased to note the launch of the e-Shram mobile app, which will further enhance accessibility and convenience for workers across the nation. Empowering women in the workforce is another critical focus area. India's Union Budget 2025-26 sets an ambitious target of achieving 70% female workforce participation by 2047. This aligns with the objective of today's session: building a bigger table, promoting inclusion and women's participation in the world of work, which will explore policies to create fair and supportive workplace, address pay gaps, and enhance leadership representation for women. Reaping the demographic dividend for youth empowerment is equally vital. With 65% of India's population under the age of 35, skill development is a national priority. The employability of Indian graduates has risen from 33% in 2013 to 54% in 2024. India has signed bilateral agreement with countries like Australia, Germany, Japan, and United Kingdom to facilitate international mobility as we navigate the transformative impact of artificial intelligence and technology. India is committed to equipping its youth to thrive in the digital future. The National Career Service Portal has facilitated over 440 million job vacancies, while upskilling initiatives in green jobs, artificial intelligence, and the platform economy are preparing our workforce for the future. India's startup ecosystem, the third largest in the world, and its status as the GCC capital of the world are creating new opportunity in technology and healthcare sector. Furthermore, I congratulate ILO for working with India for the state-specific social protection data pooling exercise and the G20 feasibility study on the development of the International Referencing Classification on Occupation. I also appreciate the ILO's collaboration with India on several joint projects aimed at promoting social justice. These initiatives include promoting decent work through responsible business conduct within business value chain, determining living wages, and preparing our youth for the future of work. In conclusion, responsible business demands a collective and inclusive approach. India's initiatives in expanding social protection, empowering women, leveraging technology, and supporting vulnerable groups demonstrate our commitment to building a resilient and inclusive workforce for responsible business. As highlighted during the inaugural session's joint statement on responsible business conduct by BMS, NCII, EFI, fostering ethical and sustainable business practices are key to achieving our social justice goal. I thank the DGILO and the coalition partners for joining us and ESIC in celebrating our progress and commitment towards social justice. As we move forward, let us reaffirm our shared responsibility to ensure that no works is left behind. Together, we can create a future of work that is equitable, sustainable, and prosperous for all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Honorable Minister, for your inspiring words that have not only reinforced our shared values, but have also motivated us to work even harder for a more equitable society. By underscoring social security as a fundamental pillar of India's commitment to social justice, you have reaffirmed our shared belief in an inclusive and equitable society. We cannot thank you enough, Honorable Minister. We thank